Greetings in the name of Yahuwah and his son Yahushua Mashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo. Right now I'm in a live trade on ES. Um, I might get stopped out here, but it's been a nice trade. Let me just go over to my trading platform. And you can see right now I'm 14 points in profit. And trailed my stop. My entry was at 48.93. Which was, let's see what the setup was on that. 48.93. And let's see here. Right, so that was part of my strategy here at the breakdown of this upper deviation band on the Vwap. So let me just point that out. Right, oh, that's too big. Right, so that's an upper deviation breakdown. It was also coming off of a IB high rejection, which lined up with the second upper deviation band. So had that rejection there, the IB high, which was 48.99.25, and just trying to secure some weekly levels, but buyers coming back in here and they just stopped me out right there. Right, so it came back to the weekly upper puck or lower puck level, and now they're pushing back up on that right there. So that was the trade right there. Let me just right. So that was the profit on the day right there, and you can see I started to add to the position coming down. Last add was at 48.91.75, and just took that down until I took profit here, took a partial at 48.83.25, and let's see, took another partial here at 48.79.50, and placed my stop above the structure right here. Right, so if we did catch that reversal, which it did come and make like a little reversal here at 48.81 was my stop out. So let's see, I don't know if I'm actually gonna, if price action is gonna get to the targets I was targeting. So let me just show you some targets I was looking at. And like the criteria for taking this trade. So that's weekly Camarilla S3. This is the 1 hour chart. That's the 1 hour chart right there. This is weekly cam S3. So you can see we got that rejection off of weekly cam S3. I also have a upper deviation band right here. And that's anchored, I think, to the month. So that's a monthly VWAP upper deviation band. That's the first band right there. So they both correlated and we got that rejection right there. So, and basically I'm looking at this as a Wyckoff theory kind of setup as well. This is the selling climax. This came up to be the automatic rally. And I was trying to get to this level here of the secondary test on the weekly chart, right? Which is at 48.60.25. So the target could price action could probably get to this level here at the end of the day, but I had to secure my profit and just stop out when price action showed me that, you know, it's showing like a little reversal right there at 48.81. I'm trying to practice holding these trades for a little longer, and this right here also is the market profile value area low on the weekly, right? So that's the weekly value area low, and that's from the TPO indicator that I just got from TradingView. They just developed a market profile TPO. So that's last week's value area high. This is the POC level right here, and this is the value area low. So right now we're building out this week's value area, and that will apply to next week. So right now it's looking like the value area high is going to be on a like overlapping higher value for the next week, but price action is rejecting that right now. So we built out value up here, and now we're starting to build out value down on this sell level here. So I think we're gonna get to this secondary test level that I have here. This is from the weekly chart. Let me just go to the weekly chart here, and let me take off everything I have on this chart. Take off the camarillas, and where's the pivots? Right, and take off the pivots. All right, so I can leave the VWAP bands on. Let's see here, where is it? Right, so that's the secondary test right there. And coming back to this, let's see here. Actually, let me take off these VWAP bands. Right, so let me just break down how this Wyckoff TV stuff works. I'm just looking at this as a distribution on the weekly distribution setup. So this was the preliminary supply. That's the buying climax, which came down here and created the automatic reaction. And then when it pulls back up, it creates the secondary test, right? So right now on this trade right here, I was trying to get back to the secondary test, and as you can see on the weekly, we're almost there, you know. So this could probably start breaking down to the preliminary supply level of 47.53. And it's a new month, so we just got some Camarilla levels that came out. Camarilla, it's in an overlapping higher value relationship. This is Camarilla S3 right here at 4,825. Camarilla R3 is at 49.3325, and we opened the month below R1. R1 is let's see here. R1 is at 48.9390, right? So you can see this daily candle here has a wick to the top side at R1, and we're breaking down. So next Camarilla level support is at S1, which is at 48.47.10. So if the sellers continue to hold to take control, we should get down to this level here. Or if we do come down to the secondary test level at 48.60, maybe they'll take some buys right there and try to support price at that level right there. So we had this breakout candle on the 19th. So at the top of that candle right there, they could probably try and reinforce the buying. Right, so back to the 1 hour chart, and I don't know, we just got down here. We had this nice little sell-off here to 48.74.75. It almost got to the weekly value area low. I'm thinking we're gonna start breaking down that level as well. Break down weekly the weekly low, previous week's low at 4872.50. But there is some buying coming in. Right, this is the 5 minute chart, and this is a typical reversal right here at the second lower deviation band. Just point that out. Right, so we're getting those wick buys there, and also that's the weekly value area low right there. So that's creating some kind of support. So let's see if it breaks above that first lower deviation band and probably start getting some upward movement. As long as it stays below the, like if we get another rejection like this 5 minute candle right here, it should continue down to value area low, weekly value area low. All right, y'all. So that's basically my trade right there today. Um, this is a setup that I'm working on. I took a few trades right here at this golden pivot zone. Let me just kind of right. I know there's a lot on this chart. Let me just clear this up. I actually need that to show. All right, let me take off the initial balance. Uh, let's see here. All right, so this is the only one I need. I need the pivots and I need the Camarilla R3. All right, so again, this is my setup that I'm working on here. It's a Camarilla R3 kind of with well, let me say the trades that chopped me up in the early, right? When the market first opened. So you see we came up here at 9:30. We came up to this upper deviation band, and this is also the golden pivot zone here where we have the central pivot and Camarilla R3. So that's the central pivot right there at 48.9150. And this is Camarilla R3 here at 48.90.30. So I'm looking for shorts here as we start rejecting off of this first upper deviation band on the Vwap, but I got chopped up there. You see that wick right there, right? So every time it wicked above it, I kind of got chopped up a little bit in the earlies, right? So eventually got some breakdown and stuff like that, but I got chopped up a lot. I think I got chopped up here as well, and eventually I did catch the trade. At this level right here, right? So that's a setup I'm working on. Sometimes I guess I don't know, like I have to accept that I'm gonna get stopped out. Sometimes I'm gonna get chopped up because price is pushing above the upper deviation. I guess bulls are trying to take it to the upside. We have some big buying candles right here, big reject support wicks, and some big buying candles, right? So I was still looking for this rejection, which we eventually got, because I'm looking at like the higher time frame, and as I was showing you, the weekly Camarilla S3 is also supporting that trade where we're gonna get that rejection at that certain level right there, right? So see, that's weekly Camarilla S3 right there. So that's basically the correlation that on the higher time frame, I'm getting this correlation with the 5 minute chart to actually take the trade. Alright, y'all. So it's Malak Shalomo. Y'all trade safe and stay blessed.